Okay, hello, welcome back. Today we're going to try some puzzles. Um, Before we just dive in, I just want to, for people who are new to chess puzzles, I just want to explain exactly, what they are and how you should approach solving them. So, with a chess puzzle, you're given a position, and there is only one best move. Only one continuation that leads to a winning position or something like that, and it's your job to find it. So what you want to do is just start considering moves, and as soon as you find that one move where, no matter what your opponent does, it leads to a winning position, then that's it. You found the solution. I think that's the most sort of common mistake that people make is they don't consider all of the possible replies from the other side. And that translates very well to regular chess. It's what we call hope chess, where people would say, okay, I'm going to play here, and then my opponent will do this, and then I'll get a checkmate, or then I'll take the queen. But what they didn't consider is that maybe their opponent doesn't have to do this. They've got a different option. That's how you want to be with puzzles. You want to be very stubborn for your opponent. You want to find all, the very best responses for your opponent, and make sure that your move still works. All roads lead to Rome, so to speak. And it's about getting priorities right. So I think the first thing you want to do when you get a new puzzle is look at your opponent's king. Do you have a checkmate? Do you have a forced, series of checks which leads to a checkmate? Things like that. Things that are very concrete. Because sometimes you get positions where, you can take a queen. You can take a queen, and maybe you try that, and then all of a sudden you get this big red X, and it can be quite disheartening. And I think that's for that reason people kind of, they don't like puzzles anymore. They immediately close the window. And never go back to them. But what they didn't realize is that if you actually take this queen, on the other side of the board, your opponent can actually just checkmate you in one move, or something like that. So it's about getting priorities right. Look for checks. If your opponent's king is safe, then okay, you need to start looking for what opponents are loose. Can I take any of my opponent's pieces, and things like that. Okay, I think that's a fairly decent introduction. Okay, let's try it. And I encourage you to sort of play along a little bit. You use the space bar. As soon as a new puzzle pops up, maybe press the space bar, pause the video, and just see if you can find a solution. Because I'm just going to sort of try to solve them in real time. And if you want a little bit more time, try to solve them for yourself. Then definitely pause the video and do that. Okay, so we're going to do Puzzle Rush Survival on chess.com, which is starting at very easy puzzles, but then they progressively get harder and harder. And we're just going to go for 15 minutes or so, and so it's the same sort of length as my other videos, and just see where we get to. I think the first few I'm just going to rattle through them quite quickly, try to explain what's going on, but then and you might not need to pause the videos. You might be able to see these straight away. Okay, that's checkmate. Oh, that's a free piece. Things like that. But then later on, you might want to start pausing the video, see if you can solve them, and then hopefully I can do a good job here and try to, not only find the solutions, but sort of explain the solutions and things like that. Okay, cool. Right, enough yapping. Let's get on with it. Okay, cool. So, first puzzle. So this king looks very safe. There's not too much going on here, but we can see that this queen is attacking the knight, and there's no protection, right? And the white's not protecting this knight in any way. And sometimes this is what the puzzle is going to be. It's just going to be take a piece, and and that's it. Okay, cool. This one, again, this king looks vulnerable, right? And also we can, this is a solution. pretty much, right? We're taking a rook, but not only are we taking a rook, it's also checkmate. So there we go. Okay, this one, very common theme. This is called a back rank checkmate. And yeah, in the sort of in the castled position, if you haven't moved any of these 3 pawns, if you manage to get a rook or a queen on the back rank, then this king has no way to escape, and that's exactly what we can do here. We can play rook to the back, yeah, there's one legal move. They can block with the rook, but then after that we're just going to take the rook and it's checkmate. Okay, cool. This one exactly the same, right? We've got checkmate. This one, okay, yeah, different type of checkmate, but we have a checkmate in 1 here. Yeah, if you have a look at our pieces and how they're sort of coordinated, we can see that the queen and the rook are both lined up on this square on b2, and queen takes is actually checkmate. Yeah, the king can't take because it's protected by the rook, and all of these squares are covered by the queen, so that's just going to be checkmate. Again, this one's very similar. This is what we call a battery in chess, when you've got a queen and a bishop, or a queen and a rook kind of lined up on the same line, and it's kind of like double power, going along that line. And that's what we've got here. We've got the queen and bishop lined up, so we can play queen takes pawn over here, and the king can't take because it's protected by the bishop. Okay, this one again, very similar. I'm just going to rattle through these a little bit. This one's very, very similar. Yeah, this rook is covering this escape square, so this is going to be checkmate. We've got, okay, hang on. Yeah, let's slow down a bit. But yeah, am I just talking like super fast? I'm being a bit frantic. I think I need to just relax a little bit. Yeah, this isn't a checkmate in 1 because the king has some options, but it's always good to look at your checks first. And see, yeah, if what's what. So actually, after this move, the king has 1 legal move, right? If you have a look, all of the other squares are covered by my pieces. Yeah, the queen is on this square, and yeah, so it has to go here. And then after that, if we consider the follow-up checks, then we can see that we actually have this rook check here. And then after that, the king again only has 1 square if you look carefully, and after that we can play queen to this square, which is the rook and the queen are coordinated on this square. So I think that's the solution. Okay. This one, this illustrates what I said earlier precisely, because at first you might say, oh, let's just take this queen, is that not a free queen? But actually, if you do that, White's winning. White's got a checkmate in 1 move. They can play bishop g6, which uncovers a check on the king, and they win the game. So that's why it's important to look for checks first. Yeah, look for forcing moves, and that's why we have a queen to f3 first. Yeah, because the knight's protecting this square along with the queen, and then the king only has 1 move. They have to go. Hang on. So queen here. The king has to go to this square, and then we can actually play queen takes queen, which is protected by the knight, and that'll be checkmate. This one, okay, if we have a look, yeah, it might be tempting to kind of use this queen and rook, but actually this pawn is controlling this square right next to the king, so we can play queen f2. This one, yeah, this king is safe, so we want to look for something else. If you count up the material, yeah, both sides have got 2 pieces and 2 rooks. So yeah, we want to look for kind of forcing moves, and hopefully this move kind of jumps out at you. We're taking a pawn, but not only that, we're attacking this knight and we're attacking a rook, which is actually a double attack. And after that, if you look, there's actually no way to defend both, so you're going to be winning a piece here. Okay, cool. And we could play queen takes rook. This one, yeah, again looking for checks. Again, the material is very equal, so you want to look for checks. Hopefully this move jumps straight out at you, and then if you look at what happens after that, the king has to move to this square. And then, yeah, hopefully you can see that that undefends this pawn, so our rook can play this, this check over here, and that's actually going to be checkmate. There's no solution. Okay, this one. Again, looking for checks. It might be tempting to go here, but actually the white's got this covered enough times. They've got, so after queen there, rook takes, king takes, no good. So yeah, look for other checks, and then you notice this square, and then once you play queen to this square, the king only has one move, has to go to the corner, and then yeah, we actually have this back rank situation where the king can't escape from the back rank, so then we can actually play queen to f1, which checks the king, forces the, so we're actually sacrificing the queen here, the rook has to take, and then we can recapture with the other rook, and that's going to be checkmate. Okay, this one. Yeah, again, looking for checks first, right? Again, white's down a piece here, yeah. So we wanna try to do something against this king, and if you kind of think about that, then yeah, this is the only logical continuation, right? This is the only check, and then after the king goes to the corner, we have two attackers on this pawn, and we can actually play bishop takes pawn, which is a double attack again. Yeah, we're checking the king, and we're also attacking the queen. So that's actually going to win a queen. There we go. Okay, this one very similar to a couple ago. Yeah, we got this queen check, and then we got the back rank. Okay, this one. Yeah, quite a few things to think about. Yeah, if you're not paying enough attention, you might just play queen takes pawn here, but you maybe not realizing that the knight's protecting this square. But what we can do is we can eliminate this knight with a check, which is fairly important, I think. And after queen takes knight, then we can play queen takes pawn. There we go. This one we've actually got a checkmate in one move. Yeah, I'm just going to play it. Here we go. Okay, this one is it can be a little bit tricky to find if you don't sort of know these kind of, if not familiar with these kind of motifs. But in this situation, if you manage to sort of at least consider, it's good to sort of consider sort of unexpected moves in these puzzles, and because at first glance you might think, we're just giving away a queen for a rook, but then if you look a bit more closely, we've got the rook lined up with a queen, so actually this pawn is pinned. It can't move away from this line, otherwise we'll take the queen. So yeah, this is actually possible. There we go. Okay, this one. We have, what do we have? Again, looking for checks. We've got queen takes pawn, which is check, right? So they don't have time to take our queen. And then, again, let's have a look at the forcing moves. The possible moves, for the opponent. They can't play queen takes knight, actually, because the queen's pinned to the king. So they've actually only got one move. They have to play here. And then, you have to look carefully. Yeah, it might be tempting to go for this fork, perhaps, but there's something better. Yeah, there's simply something better. This knight is also coordinated with this queen on this square, and if you look, then queen to that square is going to be checkmate. Okay. This one, what do we have? This is the first one I haven't seen straight away, actually. Yeah, so again, I'm looking for checks. This one jumps right out at me, but I'm just looking at rook blocks, and still haven't quite found it, actually. So what else do we have? This one is here. hang on. Oh no. Am I being... Yeah, I'm probably being stupid. I'm sure a lot of you have already found it and you're like, come on. Get on with it, jeez. What's going on? Here? Here? Maybe this check. Pawn push. Oh, and then maybe queen here. That's not easy, is it? I think that's the solution, but that's... I feel like that should be a bit of a higher rated puzzle. Yeah, that's quite tough. I assume that's the solution. Okay, let's go for it. Whew. Not easy. Not easy, that one. Okay, let's continue. Okay, this position. Yeah, this one I think is just about counting the attackers and defenders on this knight, right? We've actually got three guys here, and they're only defending it twice. It's important which one you take with though, because if you take with the knight first, then maybe they have knight takes bishop, and that might not be winning a piece. Whereas, yeah, bishop takes knight seems very clean. You know, there's nothing going on for white there. Okay, this one. Yeah, I mean, this check might be tempting. These checks might be tempting, but you got to remember the knights here, right? But if you consider this check, this looks like a checkmate in 1 to me. There we go. Let's see, what should we get to? Let's try maybe getting to 30, and then I might call it. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, I found it. Yeah, it's, again, not so easy. You need to again think a little bit outside the box here. If you haven't paused the video and tried to find it, yeah, this is a good one to try and solve, I think. But yeah, I'm going to reveal the answer here. So you can play actually a bishop sacrifice. Yeah, bishop takes f7, and yeah, if you look, the queen's covering these squares, so it forces the king to recapture the bishop. And then we have queen g6, which is actually going to be checkmate. The queen covers all of these ones, and the bishop is covering this square. I hope you can see that. Yeah, now it might be a bit easier to see. So all of the squares are covered here. Oakley doke. This one. What to do, what to do. We're actually down a knight here. But obviously we can take this and yeah, which is something. But yeah, the important thing, it also opens up this rook to come and give a check over here. And then after king here, we can play here. Because yeah, queen and rook's now lined up on this square. The king moves over. We can play queen down here, here. But I haven't quite found the... okay, but then this rook's hanging. Okay, so I think that's probably it. I guess the black doesn't have to recapture the bishop. They could maybe try and get running, you know, one move earlier. But I'm guessing I'm guessing the answer is still rook h4 after that, and I mean, I'm not seeing any other candidate moves. That's the problem, really. Like, yeah, what else can we do? You know, if it's not bishop takes knight, then yeah, what other moves do we have? Not seeing it at all. So let's just go for it. Okay, I'm going to get this line, and we end up getting this rook. And yeah, rooks are worth more than bishops, right? So this is, and we're up 2 pawns as well. So yeah, it is a winning position in the end, and the king's weak. Okay, cool. We've got a endgame position here. Yeah, these are always kind of interesting. Yeah, you'd think, oh, you know, with just a king and a pawn, how tricky can a position be? Oh, yeah. Chess is, yeah, even these types of positions that you think could be very, very straightforward can be very, very intricate and very, yeah, very, very precise. Yeah, I don't know what the word is, but yeah. Okay, cool. So we're playing black. Our pawns are going up the board here, and it's a race, right? So if we move the pawn, then we see this. Oh, hang on. This, and we queen first. Okay, and the good thing is this queening square prevents their pawn from queening, so that's going to be winning. The only other thing we need to check is what happens if they try to catch the pawn with the king. Not a problem. Our pawn gets to the protection of the king just in time. Okay, and it's good to just stick your queen right here, and there's just nothing white can do. I don't know if, yeah, I guess it's the only solution to this position, which is quite interesting actually. You know, if you start giving checks, maybe that actually doesn't work. That might be worth analysing. I mean, I'm not going to do that now though. You can have a look with an engine yourself if you want to. It's an easy position to just set up, but okay, there we go. Okay, this is a really nice one. Yeah, and again, slightly, if you haven't seen this idea before, it's slightly counterintuitive, you know, quite paradoxical. So yeah, pause the video. See if you can find this one. It's quite a cool one. Okay, I'm going to reveal the answer. So this one, yeah, it's a nice queen sacrifice actually. Yeah, queen takes f2 check, and yeah, if white doesn't take the queen, they have to move to the corner. Oopsie daisy. They have to move to the corner, and then you can play queen takes rook. And if they do take the queen, they can't take with the king because the bishop's here behind, right? They have to take with the rook, and then yeah, hopefully you saw that. Yeah, we have a rook e1 here, and rook e1's actually checkmate because the rook can't block because it's actually pinned by this bishop over here. So that's going to be the answer. Okay, this one. A few more. We're almost there. Let's see. Okay, cool. This is cool. Yeah, this is again. Pause the video. But yeah, I'm going to reveal the answer. It's actually a checkmate in one move. Yeah, which might be quite surprising if you didn't see this. But yeah, rook takes c7 is actually checkmate because it's protected by the knight, and this rook is in a pin, so it's not protecting this pawn at all. So there we go. Okay, this one. 2 more? Yeah, 2 more. Okay, another interesting kind of simplified endgame position. So we can't push right away because the rook takes pawn. What else? Okay, I think the first move you need to look at is yeah, rook to a5, and this actually forces the rooks off the board. Yeah, this forces a rook trade if you want it, you know, because the rook can't move this way because that would unveil the king, and so yeah, we can play rook takes rook if we want to. So what happens if they take our rook first? Oopsie daisy. If they take our rook first, then we take back with the pawn. And yeah, this pawn is running for sure. Can we stop this pawn? I think so, right? Because we've got our king. So, or maybe we have to run this way actually and try to get in front of the pawn. But yeah, it looks winning to me. So, okay, and then this one, we can play rook takes rook, and after king takes, we just need to be a bit careful because we just need to calculate what happens if we push the pawn. Then maybe they can get the king in a position where it can support the pawn. Let's see if they require us to find the right... Yeah. The problem is, though, if we go back with the king, they might be able to get over here in time. Here, 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 right? Yeah, they can. So it looks like we do need to push the pawn first. Unless it's this move. But then we have this move, and they're threatening to start getting the pawn going. Yeah, so yeah, not necessarily easy. My instinct is that this is the right move. Just push the pawn. I think it has to be. If they start bringing here, I mean, I think we're just too fast, aren't we? If the pawn ever starts moving, we can actually leave it until it gets to this square, and then we can come back with a king. So I think we're too fast. Okay. Okay, one more. Here we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, and pause the video. Yeah, see if you can find this one. Yeah, this is nice queen sacrifice to end the video with. It's always the dream to get a position like this in one of your games and finish it with a queen sacrifice and get a checkmate. That's exactly what we got here. We got queen takes pawn, and after pawn takes queen, we got rook takes pawn, and that's actually checkmate. Yeah, we got the knight covering this square, and the bishop is covering this square, and they can block with the bishop, but we'll just take it. There we go. Okay. I'm just going to leave this on the screen. We're not going to do this, so there we go. I feel like I was a bit sort of frantic in this video. Apologies for that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it still. I hope you got something out of it. And yeah, we'll see you next time. I'm considering maybe doing a live stream this Sunday. It actually coincides with I'm not going to be able to do my club this Sunday because the building that I normally run it in is fully booked. Yeah, there's another event happening, so I might say to some of my members, yeah, that I'll be doing a live stream Sunday morning. If I do it, it'll be 10 a.m. GMT. You can come and watch if you like. And it would be quite a nice thing to do because then I can just play some games and try and get my rating up. So that for the following videos I can hopefully play some tougher games, with more interesting things going on. So yeah, I might see you there, or if not, I'll see you soon in another video. Cool. Hope you have a good day, and see you later.